What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to episode number 11 of our Pittsburgh Pirates franchise here. We are really excited to be bringing you guys another episode of the Pirates franchise. I thank each and every one of you guys who have been watching the whole way since episode 1 of the prologue. You guys have been absolutely killing these videos, and I want to just kind of take a second to thank each and every one of you guys. And if you guys did enjoy today's video, be sure to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more amazing content, because only you can make a difference for today's channel. So with that being said, guys, let's get right into today's video. Taking a look at what is in front of you guys, you're going to be seeing the main hub of our franchise. Right now, the Pirates are 18-18, sitting at 500. We are currently 1.5 games back from the Cincinnati Reds and the Chicago Cubs, who are only a half game back out of the division. So it has been a scratch and a claw in our entire division. As you can see, really the only team that is not contesting right now is the St. Louis Cardinals, sitting at 10-27. They are off to a dreadful start in St. Louis, so hopefully, honestly, they can bounce back a little bit, because we know St. Louis is far more talented than that, so hopefully they can figure it out. I don't know if it's coaching or what it is. The Pirates themselves, though, have not really been playing the best ball, as we are 3-7 in our last 10 games, so things are looking a little bit rough in the last couple games for the Pirates. You guys seen from the last video. If you guys didn't see that video, go ahead and check that one out. We have a whole playlist full of all of these franchise videos that we are going to be bringing you guys. We're going to be trying to install some other MLB style videos, so you guys let me know down in the comments below what you guys think that we should bring into the channel, if we should do some home run derbies, if maybe some Diamond Dynasty you guys want to see. I want to be a little more diversified. I don't want to just be focused on franchise. Baseball is a big heart of mine, so we can do a bunch of different things on the channel. And jumping right into the first game, we are going to be talking about the San Francisco Giants taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Unfortunately, in this one, no offense was availed in Game 1. We're going to be going over a bunch of games prior to the next game that we are going to be playing, we will talk about, but we are going to be just displaying a bunch of different things in today's video. There's not going to be a whole lot of gameplay, if any, really. This is going to be totally just kind of covering the team, really getting a little more in-depth with some of the players on our team, how these guys are performing, things like that, and just kind of cover up all these games, summing up to the next game, because really excited to be bringing that one out for you guys. And taking a look at the bats, if any, for Game 1, like I said, we were losing 4-0 with just the 4 hits. Those 4 hits coming from the top 4 players in the lineup, in Kevin Newman, Brian Reynolds, Brian Hayes, and Colin Moran. So those guys had some offense. Really, the good thing of today's Game 1 was we didn't really strike out too much, so 6 strikeouts for a time that you get shut out isn't the worst thing. We've been striking out a lot more, so it's good to kind of see that strikeout number improve on game. And Game 1 pitching kind of going to go like this. Chad Cole throwing 6 innings, was able to spin 4 strikeouts, pretty much pitched pretty well. The bullpen did good besides Stamont. This is a game that I'm not really too upset about a loss. Unfortunately, like I said, the offense wasn't there, but the pitching was very good. You can see Kyle Crick came in, struck out 2 people again, ERA at .42. Kyle Crick has been solid out of the entire rotation all year long. And even Richard Rodriguez, I know it says hit 5.71 ERA. We're going to talk about that, but ERA does not mean a thing for Rich Rod. His whip is almost at a 1 now, and he really hasn't been allowing hits. He's still striking people out. He had like 1 or 2 really bad games, and that kind of fluctuated things. So don't always pay attention to ERA whenever you are looking at baseball stats like that, and Richard Rodriguez has really kind of shown us that in Game 1 here. And I wanted to throw my attention real quick before we get into Game 2 to John King. This is a guy that we ended up getting from waivers from the Texas Rangers. They were getting rid of him. He was throwing absolutely amazing in AAA, but for whatever reason, I don't know if they just didn't have the rotation for him or they didn't really have the spots. They ended up just trying to send him down, and he's throwing absolutely amazing, and this is a guy that I'm going to kind of look at and maybe highlight a little bit more, because this could be a nice piece in our rotation. He actually is a pretty good starter. He could start, but I think he does definitely have the more of the relief pitcher aspect to him, so he's going to be a guy that we're going to be focusing on. You can see in 21 and a third innings, he struck out 13, the whip under a .9, so things are looking really good, only allowing 14 hits. He's been very strong for us and a really nice piece that I think will develop pretty good in our organization as time goes on. And game number 2 is going to be going the way of the City of Bridges. Steven Brault is going to be notching his first win of the season. Brault was pretty solid in 6 innings, only allowing the 4 hits on the earned run. Did walk 3 people, but in 6 innings, that's not too bad, while striking out 4. So pretty solid appearance from Steven Brault here in Game 2. We also ended up getting 4 runs on the 1 run, 10 hits, so pretty decent outing out of Steve. A couple notes on the offensive side of things. Kevin Newman, another 3-hit game, an amazing 3-hit performance. Also was able to get a walk, so he reached base 4 times in the 5 at-bats that he actually had. Another man, Todd Frazier, 3 hits for him. So pretty good to see that Todd Frazier's kind of working himself around. This is a guy, again, not really going to be a starter for us, especially because of how Neil Walker has been hitting. I know he's only batting a 247, but the home runs have been there. The power's been there. He's been really good defensively, and it's really good to see the Pittsburgh kid back. But Frazier, again, really doing good. And again, Danny Santana, not really doing the greatest, but he did hit a home run over the wall here in game. And game number 3 going the way of the Buccos. This one, Mitch Keller throwing pretty good in this one. He was able to notch himself a win. Gregory Polanco going 3 for 4, scoring 2 runs on the day, not to mention the home run that he added. So looking pretty good. Gregory Polanco trying to turn things around. He's been kind of slow for us in the season, so it's nice to see a 3 for 4 day with a home run out of Gregory Polanco. Gregory Polanco wasn't the only hot bat for this team, as Todd Frazier also hit one over the wall. That one going over 400 feet, not to mention. And then Jacob Stallings. So you're going to see right in that little order of the area of the lineup, the 3, 4, 5 guys in the lineup were really, really good today, hitting 3 home runs between the 3 of them. The bullpen was pretty solid as well. Mitch Keller going 5 innings, allowing 4 hits on the 2 runs, 5 walks, not something we want to see out of Keller. Hopefully he can get his command back. Did strike out 4. Chris Stratton did allow the 1 run in the 1 inning he pitched. And then Feliz, Crick, and Rich Rod all doing very well. Feliz and Crick getting the holds in the innings they pitched. Feliz only allowing the 1 walk. And then Rich Rodriguez coming in the 9th inning, striking out 2 batters, getting that ERA a little bit lower, and still providing good defense and good pitching from the Buccos. Talking about game number 4, the finale of this one, Pittsburgh taking the series in an absolute nail-biter. Neil Walker is going to be the hero here for Pittsburgh as he hits a walk-off home run in the bottom of the 10th inning. A really, really good appearance. JT Brubaker was the winning pitcher as he pitched in the 10th to allow a scoreless inning. So Brubaker, hopefully he's starting to pitch a little better in long relief. Maybe he can find himself back into the rotation, but Cody Ponce, again, has been absolutely phenomenal for us. So Ponce has really kind of established himself as that 5-man until he proves himself otherwise. So it kind of might be setting up something for Brubaker to maybe be getting traded. It's just an idea in the head. Let me know what you guys think. Brubaker's still doing okay for us, but I think we could get a little more value out of him than we would as him as an actual player. After the series win in San Francisco, we felt it was necessary to get a little more support behind the backstop for Jacob Stallings as a backup catcher, and that guy is going to be John Ryan Murphy. This guy has been absolutely tearing it up in Indianapolis, so we really had no option besides to pick this guy up and add him to the 40-man roster, and we are going to call him up into the MLB. That's going to be sending down Michael Perez down into AAA. So unfortunately, Perez is going to go into AAA, try to figure some things out. He's only 28, so he still has plenty of time. As you can see, we have a lot of depth in the catching spot. So these are going to be some guys that we might end up trading away. I think John Ryan Murphy, if he can keep producing in major leagues, we could sell this guy very, very, very high and maybe get a solid starter or a solid outfielder that we desperately, desperately need. And taking a closer look at just how good John Ryan Murphy was in AAA, you can see in the 25 games that he's had 82 at-bats. He's got over a hit a game. He's got 8 home runs. His OPS is over 1,100, a slugging near the 700 range with an on-base percentage well over 440. I mean, this guy was absolutely destroying baseballs, and we felt it was absolutely necessary to have this guy on the team. I am going to note in the next couple games, he is going to be wearing 18. I didn't realize that for whatever reason, whenever I called John Ryan Murphy up, that it was going to change Neil Walker's number for whatever reason. MLB thought that was smart. So he's going to be wearing 18. I know it's going to be a little weird. I have since then changed it, so do not worry. Neil Walker, the Pittsburgh kid, is still going to be wearing number 18. I think we gave John Ryan Murphy like number 12, I believe. So I think he's going to be wearing number 12 getting called up into the major league. And another quick mention to the trades that have been going around the major leagues. The Red Sox have boosted their bullpen and added Dellin Betances, and they have parted ways with Eduardo Rodriguez, one of their better starting pitchers. So a little bit of a very unique call from the Red Sox. I don't know if their bullpen really needed Dellin Betances as much as giving up Eduardo Rodriguez. I think the Mets kind of win on this one, as the Mets rotation now up to their 5-man is going to be absolutely disgusting. So not really excited for this team to be doing well. I think they're the best team in the major leagues right now for our franchise, so they're kind of dangerous, especially adding Eduardo Rodriguez. So I felt like I kind of had to point that one out as well. And getting into game number 1 of a 2-game series against the St. Louis Cardinals, we are going to be ended up winning another close game here against St. Louis, but St. Louis, like we've been talking about, have not been playing the best baseball at all in the year of 2021. This one, although it was close, Brian Reynolds is going to be the player of the game, going 2 for 4 with a home run and 2 RBIs, not to mention the double as well. And the Pirates were able to gather only 5 hits, but we did get 3 RBIs as Brian Reynolds was able to drive in 2. And then John Ryan Murphy ended up hitting a home run. So good to see our call-up of John Ryan Murphy able to slug one out and really make an impact on the Major League roster right off the rip, as we gave Jacob Stallings a day off to kind of showcase a little bit of that John Ryan Murphy power that we've seen in AAA, and he did not disappoint. Chad Cole in game number 1 gave us 6 innings, so he's going to be moving to 4-2 on the season. Only allowed the 1 run, did walk 4 batters, so not really the best you want to see in 6 innings. I want to see that walk rate be abysmal for all of my pitchers. Walks are never the best thing to be doing. Stamont out of the pen did allow 1 run on 2 hits, so Stamont also walking someone, kind of getting a little bit scary for me. I don't know if this is a guy maybe we can call down to AAA, but we don't really have a replacement for him, and that's kind of the problem. We can maybe call up Sam Howard, who's been doing okay, but really besides him, there hasn't been anyone that has been lights out for us in AAA, or anyone that's really able to be talked about that I'm comfortable sending down Stamont, one of our better pitchers, or supposedly supposed to be one of our better pitchers. But it seems like he's letting up a lot of hits and a lot of home runs, and he does throw 102 miles an hour with an absolute knockout curveball. So he is a good pitcher, but it is something that we kind of have to discuss. Kyle Crick also 2 strikeouts. Do we have to talk about Kyle Crick? If you just see him in the rotation, in the score card here, you're going to know he's going to be knocking out strikeouts. And then Rich Rod, his 14th save, solid as ever. Mets now trying to make a deal with the Buccos, and it is not looking the best for the Pirates. We end up not accepting this trade. They were trying to send us Juris Familia for Gregory Polanco. We ended up declining this one. Not only would it add $3 million to our budget, but Familia was not a solid pitcher at all. Familia was a guy that was just not posting good numbers and really allowing a lot of hits in AAA. Nonetheless, wasn't even at the major league level, so we did not end up taking the Mets off. And heading into game number 2, the pitcher for today was Tyler Anderson. He's just going to sustain a minor injury, and that is going to be a flexor strain. Nothing too crazy. He's only going to end up missing 1 start, so not anything to worry about. He is going to be back, but just wanted to point that out, that heading into this game, he ended up pulling a little bit of a strain. And to add on to the Tyler Anderson injury, he did pitch very solid. We'll get into that pitching line in a second, but we were able to score 5 runs here in game number 2. So we're going to take the series, the 2-game series, against the St. Louis Cardinals. Some notables: Brian Reynolds getting 3 hits on the day. Cabrian Hayes, good to see that he was able to notch a hit. And then Gregory Polanco also driving in a run, including that is Neil Walker. So a lot of RBI production from the guys and drawing a lot of walks. Good to see. You can see Neil Walker did put one over the wall. That is going to be his 6th of the season. Polanco and Newman both with 20 RBIs now in the season, so those guys also absolutely producing very well. And now finally diving into Tyler Anderson, throwing 8 solid innings. He headed into the 9th inning and ended up pulling his flexor strain. So unfortunately for him, he did strike out 9 batters, only allowing 3 hits and 2 walks. So Michael Feliz then came in and shut the door down. So unfortunately, Tyler Anderson, like I said, very minor injury, was not able to get the shutout, and that's pretty much the only downside of this one. He is going to miss 1 start, I do believe. So hopefully he'll bounce back and be just fine for us here in his next start. And wrapping things up after all the coverage, we are going to be heading into a series, a 4-game series against the Atlanta Braves in the next episode. That one's going to be a big one. Atlanta has been very, very good this season as well. So we are currently tied with the Cubs And not far behind us is the Brewers, but we are tied with the Cubs for first place, currently on a 5-game winning streak, able to flip around the little bit of a losing streak that we've had. So good to see from the Buccos. You can currently see at home we are absolutely killing it. We are 12-7, playing right in front of that Pittsburgh crowd, giving us a full frontal of energy. So hopefully we can take on the Cubs here soon, because we do have a series coming up against them, and hopefully we can take them out as well and really start pushing away into a first place contention team. No one would have thought the Pittsburgh Pirates were going to be able to perform as good as they are. That 0.1% chance here in this franchise looking like proving a lot of people wrong. So stay tuned for that one, guys. Really excited. Thank you guys all for watching, and if you guys did enjoy today's video, be sure to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more amazing content, because only you can make a difference to today's channel, so your support is always greatly appreciated. And with that being said, guys, I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.